G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. Is this like the first time I've gone live and like there's no technical difficulties? Oh, there is. There's one technical difficulty. The camera's not in the right spot. There we go. I might make me a bit bigger. There we go. That's better. So we've got some interesting B-roll today. I'm going to be watching the B-roll with you because I put this pair together without any human presence and left the camera rolling to see how aggressive they are. And so far, what I've seen for the last couple of minutes, they've been pretty bloody aggressive. G'day Chef, g'day Blake, g'day Eel, g'day Ed, g'day C4, g'day Pete, g'day Rosh, g'day Liam, and g'day John. I think that's everyone so far. Blake says well done. I hope my streaming father is proud. For anybody who doesn't know, most things I know about streaming is from Blake. Huge congratulations to Blake. 9,000 subscribers. That is insane. So just to put that in context, I actually beat Blake to 1,000 subscribers by a couple of hours, and then he overtook me, and now I'm at 1,800 subscribers or something, and he's at 9,000 in the same time frame. So that's pretty insane by him. Alright, so Blake says looks like good breeding signs, not really aggression. One thing I did notice about what I've seen so far is it's a lot of chasing, but it doesn't actually seem like the male is hurting the girl at all. With the flower horns, it's generally the opposite. Generally, you've got to watch out for the female hurting the male. You can kind of see it in the video, but not fully. But the male has an awesome blue sheen to him. I've got no idea about breeding betters. I've never done it before, so I don't really know if I'm meant to breed a platinum white with a koi, but I'm gonna give it a go. I've also got a koi pair, but I've got them separate at the moment just to get the girl fattened up. G'day Hooked on Fish. Hooked on Fish says feels good to be chatting. Did you get banned on YouTube as well? Either that, or it just means that he can only comment on here and he can't actually talk to me on Facebook. Because anybody who doesn't know, Hooked on Fish gets banned from Facebook every other week. G'day Garcha. Who else have we missed? G'day Sam, or Samuel. I don't know if you mind being called Sam. Ed Star. So yeah, there is actually a bit of Barry White playing, but I have got the audio turned off on that B-roll in the background there. No, I'm just joking. So one interesting thing, all the better breeders in the chat, mainly Blake. I know it's probably not going to matter. So if you look in the top left-hand corner, I've got a square of styrofoam, and they've blown the bubbles underneath that. All the videos I've seen, they use half a styrofoam cup, but I don't really think it matters as long as they've got a vessel for the bubbles. But yeah, I've only got one breeding tank, so I've kind of got to alternate pairs. In saying that, like I could breed them in an ice cream container, but I've only got one small heater. See that 25 watt heater in the background? I've only got one of them, and I don't really want to set up another fish tank on the floor in the fish room or anything. Oh, hey Blake, thanks for the super chat and hello. I don't think I've said hello yet. A bit of birthday cake. Does that mean that it's a super chat birthday present? That's awesome, mate. I appreciate that. I believe that's 2 weeks in a row you've sent a super chat my way. So, obviously you're happy with the channel. I appreciate it. Hooked on Fish is hated by Facebook. Maybe that's because you advertise so many fish. Blake, you back in lockdown? I'm not really sure. I'm so confused. Let's not get into geographics again, please, guys. We all know that I'm not sure who's where. I just got my East Coast friends and then I've got my West Coast friends, and we'll just keep it like that. Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for anybody who doesn't know. Yesterday was my birthday. I kept it quiet on the channel, but a few people that have got me on Facebook dropped some comments in yesterday's video, and I think a few people read the comments and everybody figured out that was my birthday. So you'll actually see in the background of the video there a nice Indian almond leaf on the right, and generously supplied by John in the chat there, so I'll take that as my birthday present from John. Oh, Blake's in a 7-day lockdown from last night. It's not good, it's not good. I think we've had a bit of a flare up here in WA, but no lockdown yet. I think we've got about 10 cases of the old Spanish flu. I shouldn't really call it that, should I? We shouldn't use incorrect names for our stuff. G'day Craig, how are you? G'day Adam. My best bit of advice embarking on a ply-built tank. I'll give 2 bits. Alright, so I'm going to give you 2 bits of advice, but one leads to the next. When you do it, use fiberglass. Do not use pond sealer. Please do not use pond sealer. I've actually been watching somebody who just built a massive koi pond and they used pond sealer and it leaked. So they emptied it, resealed it with pond sealer, and it leaked again. So never use pond sealer for any aquatic purposes, please. So tip number 1 is use fiberglass. Tip number 2 is watch plenty of videos on how to roll fiberglass, because if you get air bubbles in your fiberglass, it'll cause leaks. So those are my 2 tips, which kind of one backs off the other. Hooked on Fish says get it made in glass. G'day Chev. I said hello before, but I'm guessing your comment was like way back in the day, wasn't it? Like before. Oh, super chat from Gunter. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going fiberglass. That's good to hear, Adam. G'day Craig, Catfish Craig. We got 2 Craigs in the chat. G'day Dan, how are you? Oh no, Dan's using pond sealer. Oh no. No, don't do it. Please don't. It's concrete. So, concrete pond with a liner. You should get like 10 to 15 years out of that if it's a good liner. Liners, I would go a liner over a sealer any day. So for me, sealer being worst, liner being second best, fiberglass being best. In saying that, let's look in 10 years to see if my koi pond is still good. The fiberglass might be no good. I might have done a crap job. Only time will tell. Let's move the chat, guys. That's better. I like the chat up there, so it kind of resembles me looking at the camera a little bit. My reverse cycle split system is a dehumidifier, but I wouldn't say it does a great job. It's more less humidity than running an oil heater, because I have run an oil heater in the past. It doesn't have like that blanket. Actually, yeah, it does dehumidify quite a bit, because I remember my old fish room, that blanket moisture feeling on your face. You don't get that, but you can still feel the moisture in the air, but it's definitely not as crazy. The koi, they're good. It's kind of, it's winter here, so they're kind of hibernating. Not what's it called? I'm not feeding them much. They're only getting fed like once a week, and they're a bit slow. They don't move around much. You can tell when it's winter because they don't come up to the front and like splash around and jump out of the water trying to get food. Yeah. So you definitely need the circulation. That's the video like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I added that fan and it made a difference to the humidity in the room. But I still think the room's at like 80% humidity. I used to have a barometer in the room, but I think I broke it. Jack, stop. The dog's been silly. I think he wants a bit of a muncher, if you know what I mean. We're not going to say the word. Ever done an oil heater and a dehumidifier combo? Yeah, so I had, but the dehumidifier I had was only like the $200 one, like the little box one, and it was sucking that much water out that I plumbed a line into the back of it and it ran out the window because the container was filling up quicker than 24 hours and I didn't actually really notice any difference. The problem with the oil heater was the power bill. It chewed the power. So to put it in perspective, my old fish room was 3 meters by 3 meters, and heating the room, my power bill was $1,200. My new fish room, the fish room is 6 meters, or 6.5 meters by 3.5 meters, so more than double. And my power bill, we'll say my power bill is like $600 because I'm trying to factor in before I had the IBC set up and all that jazz. So the power pretty much halved by going a split system on the wall. Also, there's like insulation factors and things like that which brought the power down. But if in your situation where you're building a house and you're starting a fish room afresh, there's no question in my mind about putting a split system on the wall. It's an absolute necessity in my opinion. Who killed the wife? I was back in New South Wales with. Yeah, Jesse, it definitely the pond in the fish room definitely doesn't help with the humidity. There's also quite a few tanks which still don't have lids. I just have to get my motivation levels up, and I don't like lids that are cut with like a Stanley knife and look crappy. I like cutting them at work. So basically I just need to write a cutting list, and I still have some core flute at work. So if I write myself a cutting list, I can cut the lids for the tanks that don't have them. If Jesse says if he had to choose, he'd do ducted. But would it be like a ducted? What would you run a ducted system with, like 4 outlets across the top of one room? Is that what you mean? I feel like the cost of that would be absolutely massive just for a fish room. You also don't need to go the split system. You don't need to, the system doesn't need to be as big as the cubic meter volume of the room. So my room, my split system technically is only big enough for a room half the size of my fish room. But because the water volume acts as a heat medium, like a store of heat, on the cold nights when it does drop down, my aircon doesn't have to work as hard because the tanks hold their heat. So and also the insulation is like crazy, like 3 times as much as any house room. So yeah, I've never heard my aircon running with the fan like full ball. Even you guys remember when I had the noisy fan, like it was always just ticking over slowly. It never went hard, and it's only a 2.5 kilowatt system. Chev, I don't know what you mean about seal the bottom plate. I'm guessing you're talking about on the doors? Seal the bottom plate, also a huge difference. Seal every gap. Yeah, so I've got, if you're talking about the doors, I've got rubber seals on the bottom doors, and then I've got foam seals running up every bit of the door. As you guys know, the fish room doors is something I need to address. There is drafts. I remember when I first built the fish room, I was way more motivated, and I actually went in there and I was like, I had no shoes on, and I was walking around and I was feeling the drafts on my feet and addressing them. So you got the house heated and it helps assist the fish room there, Chef. Oh, Anonymous got a message retracted. Was it naughty? Thanks for the happy birthday there, Anonymous. And hey, how are you? The thing that we say, like, the ducted system will allow consistent directed heat. I think people read into temperature way more than is necessary from my experience. Jack, stop. My fish room the tanks range in temperature from 30 degrees all the way down to like 23 degrees. And granted, I don't go putting like flower horns in the 23 degree tanks. I've got like my more hardy Africans in the lower temperature tanks. But the thing you got to think about is that those tanks stay that temperature all the time. It's not like the heater moves around in the room. So like the cooler tanks in the room are always cooler, and I've never had an issue. Well, like the fish down there are all still breeding. Like I've got the Lunacara down in a cold tank and things like that. Oh, I don't know. I think if you get into the science of temperature too much, it'll break your brain, especially when it's near impossible to keep all the tanks at one consistent temperature. You can keep them all consistent but at their own temperature, if that makes sense. But yeah, that pedestal fan I put on the roof the other day made a huge difference. Even seal the bottom plate. I don't really know what you mean by the bottom plate of the frame. I think, are you talking about like a house on stilts? I'm not sure. Jesse reads, Hooked on Fish likes to think outside the box. Coil heated floor. It would be outside most people's budget for a fish room. Craig runs individual heaters. How do you find the humidity? I guess it also depends how many tanks you've got in the one room. I ran tank heaters and the power bill was astronomical. I got like a $1,800 power bill at one stage, and that's what made me switch to room heaters. Disagree. You disagree with pH. I was talking about temperature, not pH. Did I say pH? Oh, Chef said pH. The pH one, that's a touchy subject for some. I don't chase pH. And like, I had wild caught Moba frontosa breeding in my fish room, and they were in tap water. But I will preface that by saying my tap water is a lot harder than some of you guys over east. So I'm going to be interested to see how the gold comps go in tap water, because they did come from a friend who lives on a property and he's using rainwater, so he hardens his own water. So my water is probably softer than the water he hardens, but that's a bit of a guess as well. There's a chance that he could just be hardening it halfway, not all the way up to Tanganyikan conditions. Wow, Craig's power bill is always $2,000 or more. I would get a divorce if my power bill was always that high. Oh, so I get what you're saying, Chef. The walls on the ground. So my skirting is siliconed to the ground in the fish room. I wonder if it's still stuck. It'd be interesting to have a look under there. The solar makes a difference, but not as much as I was hoping for. So the wife's home, so get ready for the bird to go crazy. So Moist only runs the heaters in daylight hours. How do you find the temperature fluctuation? Have you studied any thermometers when you first started doing that, or is it just the fish are surviving, so send it bottom and top? I've always considered running a second dehumidifier as well as my reverse cycle, but it's just more I always go, my worry is always the electricity. They draw quite a high wattage, so that's the only reason I haven't. I mean, yeah, see, Chef, your water pH is 7. That's a lot lower than mine. I've always thought about running my reverse cycle on a timer, but I've done tests in the middle of winter, and I think the room dropped 3 degrees Celsius. Or was it 2? You guys have seen it on video. I can't remember how much it dropped, but I was doing it for a while. The problem is my reverse cycle, I can't save the on-off times. I think that was the problem. So I was having to set the timer at night to turn off, and then I was having to manually turn it back on in the mornings. My wife came. What type of birds, Chev? So Hooked on Fish has got something to send me. That could be interesting. Yeah, so insulation on tanks is obviously a good idea. Look at the IBCs that I sprayed with the expanding foam. That's a prime example. The heaters in there were struggling to keep up. They were dropping to like 24 degrees. And I haven't touched the heaters at all. All I've done is sprayed the foam and they're holding 29 degrees. So that's like 5 degrees that they've gone up just from that spray foam. G'day Nathan, how are you? Not sure what somebody like. New room, hey? That first year is always interesting. I've got to do the members giveaway in 4 minutes, guys. How many minutes? 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Chances of me actually doing it on the minute is not high. Now, I've lost my little tub of tickets. I don't know. We're gonna have to make new tickets. I was gonna try and save some old tickets, but I'll just rewrite it. I should have done it before the stream, but you know how I roll. I always come to the stream unprepared. I come to life unprepared. Am I in? It's a lucky we. Uh-oh. Sorry. I haven't even got the list on the screen. Let's have a look. Are you guys watching the betters? Are they doing good? I haven't been watching them. My bad. I was meant to watch them with you and see how they're going. Where do we go? YouTube Studio. That app. That is the website that is going to get us the members. Monetization. Memberships. Where are they? We got 2 new members this month. I don't know whether like to push the memberships more on the main channel. I don't like talking about it too much and like making people feel like they should have to sign up. We got Nathan Fishboy at the top. 3 tickets. So if you're not a member and you want to be in the raffle, in the giveaway, you can actually join right now, but if you join you'll have to drop a comment and let me know. So you can pretty much join up until I do the giveaway. Old Eels in here. Well, you guys know who's in here because you got the members tag next to your name on the bloody thing. What are you guys going on about in the chat? Craig wins everything. Oh, Nathan's got a bonfire going. That's pretty cool. It's one thing I miss about living in the country. Oh, John can't see where to do his membership. I think he's having he was having dramas with his credit card of some sorts. The bank was playing up or something. I honestly wonder. I would actually. I don't know if I can send the member video to you, John. I don't want you missing out on the videos just because of some stupid bank thing. I've been leaning on Korean Pet Central a bit. I just got them to send out all the extreme fish food giveaways for Aquarium Enthusiasts Australia today, so they're sending out plenty of free fish food on my behalf. Hello. Where do we get to? We got to Iyad. He's in the chat, I think. You're still here? Pete's in here. I think Pete is still watching. I don't know. There's one. I don't know who Hawk's Nest is. I haven't really seen them comment anywhere. But they've been a member for 3 months, so they must enjoy the channel. I know it doesn't really count for any of the live streamers, but if you don't comment on the video, guys, just jump on it. Like, I love the interaction, even if I don't reply. I enjoy seeing the regular names. Oh, Blake's Aquatics has jumped on weekly videos, so he'll be in there. I'll write that right now. I'll go. Is there another BA? I'll do BAQ. That's pretty cool. I didn't know new members come up on the live stream chat. We got up to anonymous. There's one guy actually on here, Tatersdale. He asks not to be included in the giveaways. I think he's in the UK, and he says he just wants to support the channel and not actually be in the competition. So huge shout out to Tatersdale for supporting. Dan's Fish Room, he's in the chat. I don't know if Dan's Fish Room is doing YouTube or whether he only has his Facebook page, but I enjoy watching him building his room. One thing I hate, you guys know, I've said it a million times, I wish I started YouTube before I built my fish room, just to have that like that documentation and history on video. Like, I don't have any videos of me building the room. I gotta be careful that I'm not, as more members join, we don't get the same initials on 2 people, because it's gonna make it hard for the tickets. Gotcha. I don't know if I pronounced that right, Garcha. I think so. There's still somebody. It says that this channel has been deleted. So I don't know if that means they've blocked me, but they've been signed up for weekly videos for 8 months. So does that mean the last 8 months the money is coming out of their account, but they've got me blocked so they can't actually watch the videos? I don't know. It just says channel has been deleted, and it's like my oldest member too. 8 months. That's when I started memberships. John can't find. Does anybody mind? I'm gonna give John a ticket because he's trying to figure out the memberships. He's been one of the longest running members on the channel, and I'm giving him a free ticket because he can't find the members button. Oh. Let's see if this works. Try that one, John. G'day, Blackie. How are ya? Michael Powers in the house, and for anybody who doesn't know, he's only joking about the flower horns. He loves to have a bit of banter. So he thinks he can offend me, but the thing is, people like go bang on about flower horns will always be a hybrid. I never said they weren't a hybrid. There's one other person who I won't mention their name, who like their blood boils when they talk about flower horns. That used to be me. If you guys knew me before, well, pretty much before YouTube, like maybe like 4 years ago, if you told me you bred flower horns, I would block you on Facebook. That's what I used to be like. Oh, Chev, you've come just in time. Look, I've got a blank ticket here. And I'll chuck CB on there. Banned from Joe. Alright, so it looks like I've put the link up for John, and Chev's clicked the link. Maybe if I keep sending the link in the chat like 600 times, you guys will all just join. Because getting annoyed with Oh, actually, I want to tell you guys something. Dan's... Why does Dan get 2 entries? I'm a little bit confused there. My screen shows 1 entry for Dan's fish room. So I made a video, but I forgot to state it. So the gold compressor seps are actually the members' fish. You guys will meet them in the members only video tomorrow, but I pulled $100 out of my PayPal, which was the members' money, and I bought the compressor seps. So thank you to the members, and every time you see them in a video, the members will know that they bought those fish. Dan's trying to get some free tickets here. Dan, do you have a YouTube? Or are you just on... Or do you just have your Facebook page? Hey. Welcome back, John. How much is weekly videos? $3. I think my wife might be in there as well. Oh no, she was on the Patreon. Supported by my wife. We're almost at 30 members, guys. That's insane. That's pretty cool. I feel like the channel overall, not just the members, just like subscribers, views. I had a bit of a dip there. About not recently, like the last 6 months, it kind of flattened out. It didn't dip. I stopped getting subscribers, and the views stabilized at a level. And then I noticed the last month things have started to pick up, and like as things pick up, it motivates me more. And when it motivates me more, I presume that the videos get better. One thing I've noticed is the videos I make at work, when I start pulling shit apart and building shit, they seem to do way better. You guys engage in the comments way more. And also, like, the things that I'm making, I can make money by flipping shit. So, I'm definitely listening to that, and I'm seeing that you guys like it. So, I'm trying to keep motivated to building shit. Nah, I'm not. I'm actually not doing any trading at the moment, guys. You guys are joking about Bitcoin, but in seriousness, I still own all my coins, but I'm not day trading them. I don't have the time, and it was affecting my YouTube, and to like I decided to just keep dollar cost averaging into the coins I believe in, and put more of my time into my YouTube channel and motorbike riding, obviously, and having a baby very soon. So day trading is definitely not going to be a thing. Ead's had the first dose of the old vaccination. Do you still have electric blue car in your fish room? Yeah, I've still got the breeding pair, but they don't like breeding in tap water. So I've still got my CO2, and I was thinking about chucking the CO2 on the tank they're in, just to see if they'll breed. Finally a fair competition. Did I miss a joke there? Oh, the doctor isn't in this one. At least the patron has stopped taking my money. Oh. Whoa, I lost a ticket. Oh no. Yeah, so I think the Patreon's completely gone now. I figured out how to completely delete it, because John was actually still getting charged, and thanks for that, John, because it was going into my PayPal, but he couldn't delete it for some reason, and I actually had to delete it for him from my end, which was a bit of a bum steer. It sucks because because John sent me almond leaves. He's had Patreon drawing money out of his account. I need to send him a surprise. Maybe I'll send him some extreme fish food just because I can't send him fish because he's in the Northern Territory, I think. Once again, my geography skills are not on point. What's the time? Is it time for the draw? Oh, it's like 15 minutes past the time of the draw. I've done a really bad job there, haven't I? Alright, so we've got our fruit cup container, and music makes me feel like going to a Chinese massage. What's the music sound like at the moment? It's actually called Lo-Fi Radio, and I love it. I actually sometimes play it at work, and it just chills me out. Oh, look who's won. It's a very well-deserved winner, I believe. I think it's well-deserved. It's Anonymous. Anonymous has won this week's raffle. Long time subscriber of the channel. Great. Always a commenter. Definitely always involved in the videos. So I think that's a great winner for the prize. Yeah, look at that. Craig says give John something. It definitely needs. It's a necessity at this. Oh, I've got to send John brine shrimp eggs. That's what he wants. So. So maybe I'll send John a tub of Extreme, and I'll put a little sandwich bag in the top with brine shrimp eggs in the sandwich bag. I'll do something. He definitely needs a care package from me because he's way too generous. You should see how many. Oh, did you guys see the photo of the almond leaves? There's like 30 almond leaves. It's insane. Second time winner, yes, I think so. Yeah, because remember Anonymous, he had to give up his identity to give me his address. Oh, third time winner. To be fair, I think the first 1 or 2 times there was only like less than 10 members, so the prize was a lot easier to win back then. My 6-year-old electric blue car went to heaven this week. Oh, that's not good. 6 years is a good run for them, I reckon, because they're kind of a line-bred fish, aren't they? And generally they don't live as long. I'm not sure. Oh, Ead's mixing up the Dan's fish room with another Dan. John says I can send him fish, but we just won't tell anyone. So did I get embalmed? What are we talking about there? Garcha says I can't even pronounce it. Artemia assists. But yeah, anyway, Brine Shrimp Australia on Facebook. That's where I get my brine shrimp from, Garcha. Are you ready? Wait there. Alright. So, this is the tin I got. How big is it? It doesn't tell me how many grams it is. But, 425 grams. So that's why I'm going to send John some brine shrimp eggs, because I've got this much brine shrimp eggs. So, what's something? So this is the fruit cup, and this is the brine shrimp eggs. That's how big the tub of brine shrimp eggs is. Oh, Anonymous shut down 3 tanks and sold them last week. Did it have anything to do with your power bill? Oh, sorry, I missed the comment said that you might be getting out of fish. That is very sad. I'm kind of interested in messaging Jason from Perth Cichlids and asking him how life is without fish. Yeah, it's easy to hatch brine shrimp. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. So, Aquamate, welcome to the chat. And thanks for the thanks for the birthday wishes. So basically, my experience with brine shrimp is I tried them once, they hatched. Tried them the second day, they didn't hatch. And then tried them a third day, they hatched, and then success every time after that. So what I'm kind of getting at is once you set up, it will it'll be fine. Once you get the setup running good, the hatch rate should be pretty much 99% if you've got good eggs. No, not the power bill, the fact I got a new road bike and it's killing your time. Yeah, so that's a huge trade-off for me as well, like dirt bike riding and fish keep does affect my fish keeping, definitely. But try to do both. I'm trying to slim down on hobbies. So like obviously the baby's coming. I've concreted in the fact that I'm not selling any fish tanks and I'm not selling my dirt bike. But I'm gonna sell things like I might keep like my gaming consoles, because obviously they're not taking up time, they're just stacked in the cupboard appreciating in value. But like my remote control car, I think that's the only thing I can think of at the moment. Do I cut down on the bonsai trees? I don't know. But I'm going to sell my remote control car. John's got the Zeus brine shrimp hatchery and loves it. I'm not even going to talk about Zeus. Dan says, hope things are picking up for you, Josh. Yeah, I actually haven't caught up much on Josh's videos since he had the big losses, so I do hope things are running much better for you. Yeah, so Jesse says can only have your finger in so many pies. No, so when am I going to start on the cars? That kind of branches off what I was just talking about. I'm in no hurry to work on the cars. I kind of want to... I'm going to put the XK on the lift tomorrow and have a look under it. But with the XK, I kind of want to write a list and work out a budget and save up and then try and smash it out. Maybe even take a week off work on it to work on it. That didn't make sense. Maybe take a week off work to work on it. Honestly, mate, if you want to do another giveaway, I'm not against it. Blake says +1 for the Zis brine shrimp blend. I thought Blake was running a DIY brine shrimp hatchery, but yeah, Chef says I'll be shocked about how much time the kids take up. So yeah, that kind of. So my point there is, save up for the XK, get a parts list, buy the parts, order everything, have it sitting there, and then maybe take time off work, see if we can get the father-in-law involved because he's a panel beater, get the rust cut out of it, but I don't want to start pulling it apart unless I've got the time and everything. So it's definitely not going to be in the next 6 months because of baby time. And Michael Power says he'll give me $20 for that Gemini. Have you seen how much the price has gone up on Geminis? It's definitely worth a lot more than $20. I missed Aquamate's comments. What did he say? Oh, he's just saying hello to everyone. Craig's got a 84 KLX 250. I wouldn't even ride it, I'd be too scared to damage it. Some of those old bikes are getting pretty bloody expensive now. Blake's got the Coca-Cola brine shrimp hatchery. My brine shrimp hatchery is courtesy of some fancy water bottle brand. Look, I'm gonna look up this Zis egg hatchery. Oh, I've already googled it before. I think we. Is it the black one with the tube in the middle? Clear tube in the middle? Oh no, that's not the I can't find it. What did Blake call it? Zis. Zis brine blender. Nothing's coming up. Is it the ZH2000? I really love my hatchery setup, but I put quite a lot of effort into it, so. Oh yeah. I guess it's good the fact that it's 2 litres. Mine are only 1.5 litres. $80 isn't too bad. It's definitely one of the more reasonable priced Zis products I've seen. The only problem I would have with this is I would have nowhere to put it. I've got no real estate that I can put this on a bench top. Alright, let me catch up to the comments. Sorry guys. Sample. John says we all know I don't like this. Those Zis air stones just put some bad thoughts in my mind. I've still got like 30 of them, but they're crap. Squadix, I finally got rid of it. Yeah, like Craig, like Blake said, just don't rush into changing the parameters. Bring it down slowly. Anonymous, are you saying you want the members raffle to go to somebody else? Can you just confirm that in the chat if it's what? If that's what you mean. One interesting thing talking about live foods, I can't believe how fast the blackworms are regenerating. Like I've been thieving a lot of blackworms out of the culture and it doesn't seem to be disappearing. I haven't started harvesting from the big culture yet. I've only been harvesting from the side mount culture. Alright, so I've still got all the tickets in the bowl. Anonymous has requested a redraw. So I'm interested to know, Blake can answer this one, because well, where'd the ticket go? Oh no, the winner's gone. Oh, it's under the keyboard. What's the difference between the Zis hatchery and a DIY hatchery? That's my main question. So you can put a heater in it. I guess that's good if you don't have it in a fish room like me. One thing that I might find annoying, I don't know if you do, is it looks like it's only got a 4mm line out the bottom, so it looks like it will take a while just to harvest out of. My brown shrimp hatchery's got the 19mm tap on the bottom of it, because Is it so you say that you love the outlet for harvesting? How long is it annoying how long it takes to drain? Because I used to have brine shrimp hatchery with the 3mm tap on the bottom, and I made it bigger because it was annoying. Did your DIY brine shrimp hatchery not have an outlet on the bottom, Blake? He says it zips out of it. Or do you pull that black plug off the bottom? I like that it's got the drop in for the heater. So I definitely think this is a good product, and like it says $80 here, so if you get it for $80, I think that's a decent price. So yeah, trying not to use my clouded judgment of the brand, I think it's a good product. Who's the winner? EH. Eel Hayes. Yeah, boy. He was here. I don't know if he's still here. Oh, so that whole bottom thing unscrews. That's good. I like that it's 2 liters as well. More water volume, less damage, not damage, less chance of fluctuations. See, like this brine shrimp feeder cup, $20 for a cup. Like, seriously. I like their fry boxes. But once again, like $53. Do you know what I actually love for fry? You know, like the $2 fry baskets on eBay? I actually like them, and like just wedge a bit of styrofoam under the netting and then just throw them in the bin when they get holes in them, and they're only like $2 each. I actually ordered like 200 suction cups today, guys. I think I've mentioned it plenty of times in the videos. So I can just replace them when they go bad. Alright, so Garch's brine shrimp hatchery is the air barb nipple screwed into the lid. Yeah, so Il Hayes one. So my brine shrimp hatchery, if you guys haven't seen it in the videos, it's a 1.5 litre bottle upside down, and I've actually melted I melted the bottom of it with a heat gun, and I actually jammed a 19mm tap in the bottom, and then for the air, I've got like a 45cm black riser pipe, like 4mm from the garden section in Bunnings, and I drop that in the top, and because it's a stiff pipe, it actually drops to the bottom, so my air isn't actually attached to my brine shrimp hatchery, so all I have to do is lift the riser out, and the brine shrimp hatchery isn't actually attached to anything. I think there's this one kind of has does that have a hard air line that kind of goes to the bottom? Yeah, so it's got like the built-in airline and everything. John says if you have fry, you need to have brine shrimp. That's a very, very vague statement. I only feed the flower horn fry baby brine shrimp, but if I have flower horn fry that are on baby brine shrimp, then I'll actually hatch enough to feed the African babies as well. They do grow insanely faster. I have to get vinegar eels. I haven't got vinegar eels yet, guys, so even if these two bedders in the background behind me breed, I'm going to have to jump in the car and find a source of vinegar eels. So I've got brine shrimp, I've got black worms. I just need vinegar eels now. I don't know if I need anything between vinegar eels and brine shrimp. I've seen mixed reviews, like I think like micro worms in between, but the less cultures I have to have, the better. I think so. Just as in like an example, the African cichlids, I can get them to 1.5 centimeters in like probably 3 to 4 weeks with brine shrimp. With just powder and pellets, it probably takes 6 to 8 weeks to get that same size. Yeah, I didn't appreciate the vinegar eel culture. So I've heard you can make a vinegar eel culture just by putting apple in vinegar and it'll culture itself, but I don't know if that's true or not. What fry, Blake? What type of fish? I wish I could get Daphnia going. You guys know me and Daphne, we don't get along. This is everything I need. The problem is I'd have nowhere to put it, John. I don't have any tabletops inside my fish room. There's literally no real estate to sit that. I would have to like build a shelf over the stingray tank or something. Like, my real estate is all taken. I need a krill culture would be nice. Can we do like a saltwater krill culture? How big is a krill? Oh, there's lots of different krill. Krill isn't just one fish, isn't just one creature, it's all different ones. Blake's got his brine shrimp hatchery hanging by the handle on the side of a rack. Oh yeah, Epistogramma brine shrimp are an absolute must, I would say. Same as the neon blue acaras, like that's another fish that if I breed them, I have the brine shrimp ready to go. Oh yeah, Blake's singing my type of music in that comment. Breeding the young from your own batch of fry is the coolest thing. I love breeding fish that I've bred. And now I'm getting into the point where I'm breeding fish that I bred. So like the flower horns, I'm into like the third generation of what I bred. I think that it's pretty exciting. Well, actually, once these F3 grow up, it'll be the fourth generation, which is probably maybe like 4 or 5 months away from now. Vinegar eels look too much work. I thought they're the easiest of the lot. You just put them in a bottle, don't you? You guys are like trying to sell me the Zis hatchery. Why? I don't need. I've got a perfectly good hatchery. We don't need to replace things that ain't broken. And also, I run 2 hatcheries when I run it, so I would actually need to buy 2, which is $160. You're not selling the product to me, guys. Why did they take away your message, John? Alright, so did you guys know that I was today years old when I figured out that I've only been reading top comments? So like I'll get a notification that someone's dropped a comment, and then I open YouTube Studio and I can't see the comment, and then I realized only like 2 days ago I've only been reading the top comments. So I've been missing literally hundreds of comments over the years, and I just feel so bad. Like, have you guys noticed like the last 3 days I've been replying to heaps more comments? It's because I realized that there is heaps more comments. Oh, so bad, so bad. So if you comment on the videos, there's probably more of a chance that I'll reply to it now. And if you've commented in the past and I haven't replied, please don't think I was being rude. I'm not buying this. I refuse to support the company. I love my brine shrimp hatchery. I thought you guys loved it too. Yeah, Blake's not shocked. Even like I'll be talking to Blake and it'll be like, yeah, did you read that comment on your channel about this? And I'm like, I never saw that comment. So Blake was actually reading more of my comments than I was. Blake's left comments for 2 to 4 years and only got 2 replies. No, that's just because I don't want to reply to you, Blake. No, I'm just joking. Let's give a shout out to my brine shrimp hatchery. Hang on, it'll be on the computer. Hold up. Add image. You guys will know how to stream by the time you've watched a few of my videos, because I just talk out aloud how I do it. Pictures, fish. Do you reckon there's a brine shrimp hatchery in here? I know everybody who's talking about the brine shrimp hatchery, you've already seen it. But I'm still going to show it if I can find it. That might be a no deal, but... I think there's no chance of finding a photo of the brine shrimp hatchery. I just opened a folder that's got over 5,000 photos in it, so the chances of seeing the brine shrimp hatchery are slim. Oh, and another thing I did when I bought the water bottles, I bought an extra one for each, and I actually cut the extra one up and slipped it over the hatchery to make it stronger around where it balances on. I've got no chance. Man, some of these photos are really old. Oh, I tried to build a new brine shrimp hatchery once at work. It didn't go very well. I've tried to build a few different... Remember those brine shrimp hatcheries which were like... Oh, no, wrong thing. Egg tumblers. What was those egg tumblers called? It was a complete flop. The guy spent like $30,000 designing this egg tumbler, and they were they weren't crap, I won't say that. They weren't waterproof. Do you know what's a sick brine shrimp hatchery? I think it's called like I think it's like a Toons brine shrimp hatchery. They're like a pyramid but upside down. They look really cool. But I think they're even more money than this one. Damn. No photo, guys. I'm pretty sure everybody who's in the chat has already seen the brine shrimp hatchery before. It would have been nice to get it on the stream. I'll just show you this. So I actually started making this. Let me bring the photo up for you guys. How do I rotate it? Can I rotate? Where do we want to go? Counterclockwise. Alright, here we go. Transition. So I made these pyramid things, and I glued them up with like an acrylic glue, but I used Korean glue. Some of you might know what that is, but it didn't stick. The idea was to put a tap in the bottom of these and have like fancy looking brine shrimp hatcheries, but I never got around to it. I'm going back in the diving deep into the folder to look for a photo of the bloody brine shrimp hatchery. It's good, I promise. I promise I have a good brine shrimp hatchery. It's got pretty much like no failure rate. I want to say 100% success rate, but you could take the wrong one. Like 100% success of it hatching 95% of the eggs. So, oh, how do I flip that? So this would have been cool if it actually worked. Transform route. So I got it all built, but it was just, they were so brittle. Who's in the chat now? Let me catch up on the comments. Whoa, you guys going crazy. Oh, John's got new fish coming. Orange Corridorus. Oh, L002s. Oh, it's almost 6:30, guys. I'm getting a bit peckish. I might jump off. I didn't find the photo of the brine shrimp hatchery. I've let the team down. It'll definitely be in that folder. Trying to get a bit of timeline going in my head of when I would have made it. But I just can't think of when I made it. You guys know what... You guys have seen it before. Problem is, I took all my photos off my phone and transferred them onto the computer. And it jumbled them all up. Could be anywhere. There's one of the... Alright, so this isn't... This is one of those egg tumblers I was talking about. It's a bit hard to kind of tell what's happening in that picture, isn't it? Craig's Catfish Cave. Old Matty's just finished work. He'll be driving back from somewhere. I can't remember. My brain doesn't remember places. But on Friday afternoons he drives home from a distant location. And I can't tell you where that is. That's really rough. 6:20 on a Friday. That's un-Australian. Let's get rid of that photo. It's square. What square? Is your cave square that you've got catfish in? Peace out, everyone. Stay safe. Alright, I'm out too, Anonymous. Sorry to hear that you're selling tanks. That's sad news. Seems to be a very common story people are telling in the hobby at the moment. It just seems to be a bit of a lull in the hobby, which over the years that I've been in the hobby, I've seen it a couple of times. So, yeah. I know you'll be back for sure, but I'll probably still be around when you get back into fish. Maybe I'll send you some. Maddie was out getting milk. But anyway, guys, if you like the stream, hit the like button on the way out. I don't know, I saw over 30 viewers at one stage there, which is pretty cool. Seems like the live streams are getting the traction back that they used to have. Might even be a record, 32 viewers simultaneously. I don't know if that's a record for the channel. I don't think so. I think we had a bit of a... We had a... someone... I think Fisher and Fever did like a hashtag takeover, and we had a few then. But yeah, 32 is pretty good for a Friday night, so that's cool. Anyway, guys, peace out.